Come, let us explore, breaking down the Dalai Lama's Swiss Army knife of meditation. Together, let us chant. The Nobel laureate Albert Einstein is said to have quipped, "Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. However, it takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. In a vast ocean-like throng of rigid, fearful, superstitious, controlling, elitist, cryptic, competitive, and cruel fools, there are many who insist that enlightenment is attainable only for the special few, who live in a special place in a special time, with special companions, and have received special teachings from a special teacher because they're so damn special and we're not. But that is not what the Buddha taught. Real or archetypical, he taught that enlightenment was as simple as mastering the Eightfold Path that could be done. Oh, sorry, I skipped a conjunction. Mastering the Eightfold Path and that could be done in as little as 7 days. How egalitarian is that? The key to this right view that empowers letting go the 4 points of right love, and the effortless effort of having all choices, utterances, and deeds flow from love-centered spontaneity is simply mindfulness and meditation. One moment. Just want to make sure there we go. Excellent. For when practiced enthusiastically, sustainably, and effectively, mindfulness and meditation are spiritually quite sufficient. There we go. Let's see if this fits. And begin at the top of the page. For when practiced enthusiastically, sustainably, and effectively, mindfulness and meditation are the spiritual equivalent of a Swiss Army knife. In the golden age of proto-Buddhism, before the folly of institutionalism, set in like black mold infesting a cabin in the woods, the only teachings were the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, which contain the essence of all morality, which is loving kindness or metta. Remember, actively striving to focus upon or analyze loving kindness could only produce nothing more than a mere analog, pale and flaccid, and worthless and weak. For the highest love is the effortless byproduct of mindfulness and meditation, spontaneous and uncontrived. Yearning to do the loving thing is all well and fine, but how could we know what the right thing is? What the most kind manner is in which to do it, and when the most kind time in which it must be done centered spontaneity. When our choices, utterances, and deeds flow from the centered spontaneity, which in turn is generated by your practice of mindfulness and meditation. Love kindness is as natural and effortless as our next breath. For those of us who are keen to devote ourselves to an Ajahn Roshi Sifu or Lama, our ultimate teacher is simply all mindfulness and meditation. For the sole purpose of our outer teacher is to acquaint ourselves with the inner one, which could be done in but one sitting. For those who are keen to make offerings, there is no finer object of such gifts than our teacher, who is kind enough to give us teachings and answer our questions. Although optional donations could be lovely, the greatest offering we could make to our teacher is none other than the enthusiastic and sustainable practice of their instructions concerning mindfulness and meditation. For those of us who are keen to seek protection from the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, there is no greater safety to be had than by passively noticing whatever, past, present, or potential dread spontaneously cartwheel across a metaphoric stage of mind as we effortlessly sit in mindfulness, and then viscerally relax in harmony with meditation's next exhalation. For those of us who are keen to manifest the fulfillment of all mental, interpersonal, physical, and circumstantial needs, we but only have to vulnerably notice the various and sundry desires that can dance like sugar plums in children's dreams as we breathe in, and meditatively relax and release as we breathe out. Recent centuries have seen a rise in popularity. There we go. Recent centuries have seen a rise in the popularity of training in the three marks of reality or tilakkhana. Yet as we sit in mindfulness every 12 hours or so, we cannot help but automatically notice, recall, or anticipate stress or dukkha. And as we meditatively relax into our exhalations, we cannot help but viscerally experience how that which we noticed during our previous inhalation could during our previous let's try this again. And as we meditatively relax into our exhalations, we cannot help but viscerally experience how that which we noticed during our previous inhalation could fleetingly feel temporary or anika, and as non-graspable as if they simply were not also anatta. Even the tyranny of Even the tyranny of the five mental poisons. Oh, whoops, that was my mistake. A bit of the old self-guessing. Even the tyranny the five mental poisons exert over our choices, utterances, and deeds is easily tamed through mindfulness and meditation. First, as we meditatively relax into our exhalation, whatever dread we vulnerably noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable as mirror-like wisdom. Second, as we meditatively release into our exhalation, whatever desire we passively noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as empty as discerning wisdom. Third, as we meditatively relax into our exhalation, whatever turmoil we vulnerably noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable as pervading wisdom. Fourth, as we meditatively release into our exhalation, whatever jealousy we randomly noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as void as all accomplishing wisdom. Fifth, as we meditatively relax into our exhalation, whatever pride we fleetingly noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable as equalizing wisdom. Each complex life form on this big blue orbit we call Earth has evolved to be hedonistic and haunt. Yet nothing being or phenomena could give us as much of the bliss on tap, afforded to us by the easy practice of mindfulness and meditation. Come, let us walk in the Buddha's footsteps. Having completed our opening lesson, I think it could be quite lovely to shift gears. It is Yoda Monday evening. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I've spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation as only an autistic could. Welcome, my friends. So let's try this again. And I've done all this so that I could become your nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. So let us turn to this evening's primary practice text. Please chant with me. Whatever comes, may all beings let it come. Whatever stays, may all beings let it stay. Whatever goes, may all beings let it go. Let's bring the 4 bases of mindfulness, or satipatthana, into the path of impermanence, or anicca. Let's explore the impermanence of the circumstantial passively. During our inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the monosyllabic synonym of circumstance, lots. And during our exhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the verb change. We do not need to visualize, we do not need to believe, we do not need to reason. If all we do is silently and mentally recite these words in harmony with our inhalation and our exhalation, then we cannot help but get better and better at letting go. Let us explore the impermanence of the physical. As well as the impermanence of the interpersonal. Now let us explore finally let us explore the evanescent nature of the mental. Welcome to the first of 5 mindful crease counting meditations. Let us practice the essence of mindfulness by vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, fleetingly noticing mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. As silently and mentally we recite the demonstrative pronoun this during each inhalation. Similarly, let us practice the essence of meditation by physically relaxing and mentally releasing that which we noticed during our previous inhalation, as silently and mentally we recite the one-syllable verb ease during each exhalation. Let us chant an excerpt from the Song of Enlightenment, composed by 13jan25, translated by Red Pine, adapted and amplified by yours truly. Please chant with me. People do not notice the wish of having Jewel among jewels, waiting for them in the Buddha nature's Tathagata Garbha. Its 6 powers unleashed as we relax into our exhalation, neither empty nor not. Its perfect light of awareness access during our inhalation is neither visible nor not. So let's explore this. What do we mean by Tathagata Garbha, or Buddha nature? I'll explain that in just a moment or two. Well, so yes, I will come back to that in a moment. So whatever real or imaginary powers we hope to accomplish are latent within the exhalation of within each exhalation. And the perception, the mindfulness we desire is available to us during each inhalation. So to make more sense of this, what I'd like to do is take a look at the practice text. So Buddha nature is a delightfully charming Iron Age way of describing what now neuroscientists would describe as follows. Every time we inhale, whether we know it or not, we have evolved to automatically access the sympathetic nervous system ensconced within the middle third of our spinal cord. The sympathetic nervous system has evolved to help us to notice in a very special way, to help us to notice vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly. Notice what? Notice mind's antics of perception. You know, seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, smelling, and the like, including emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. So it is our sympathetic nervous system that makes possible mindfulness. That's the first third of our Buddha nature. Every time we exhale, whether we know it or not, we are wired to automatically access the parasympathetic nervous system, divided between the lower third as well as the upper third of that same spinal cord. This parasympathetic nervous system has evolved to support both physical relaxation as well as mental release. So it is our parasympathetic nervous system that is the seat of our capacity to practice meditation. The more we practice mindfulness and meditation, not only do we automatically calm our amygdala, the seat of both anxiety and aggression, but we also stimulate our anterior cingulate gyrus, the structure right here, which functions as the hub of our mirror neurons, the seat of empathy, which itself is the root of both compassion and love. So, the three structures of our Buddha nature are the sympathetic nervous system, the seat of mindfulness, the parasympathetic nervous system, the seat of meditation, and the anterior cingulate gyrus, the seat of empathy. This makes possible not only the practice of the Eightfold Path, but its mastery in as little as a week. Welcome to this evening's live stream. The moment you have a specific question about Buddhist chanting, Buddhist philosophy, or Buddhist meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. I apologize if I sound like I'm a quart low. I've had a very big day. So, quick review. During each inhalation, as silently and mentally we recite the demonstrative pronoun this, we can vulnerably notice the mind's antics. During each exhalation, as silently and mentally we recite the one-syllable verb ease, we can relax into the non-graspable nature of mind and its experiences. Together, let us practice right now. Welcome to this evening's live stream. The moment you have a specific question about Buddhist chanting, Buddhist philosophy, or Buddhist meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. During each inhalation, as we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this, we can vulnerably notice mind's antics. During each exhalation, as we silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease, we can relax into mind's non-graspable nature. Welcome to the fifth of 5 mindful crease counting meditations. This is the so if at any point during this final meditation you have a specific question about Buddhist chanting, Buddhist philosophy, or Buddhist meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. Here's a quick overview. What follows is the essence of mindfulness. Each time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, thanks to our sympathetic nervous system, we are wired to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics. Be they perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, or imagination. Be they external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. What follows is the essence of meditation. During each exhalation, as silently and mentally we recite the one-syllable verb ease, we are wired to physically relax into the non-graspable nature of that which we noticed during our previous inhalation. In conclusion, let us bring the 4 bases of mindfulness, or satipatthana, into the path of loving kindness, or metta. Let us lovingly wish, without the use of belief or without believing or emoting or visualizing or performing some sort of pseudo-intellectual mental gymnastics. Let us simply lovingly wish that all beings everywhere be lavished with great wisdom. During our inhalation, let us silently and mentally recite the noun wise, or the adjective wise. During the exhalation, let us silently and mentally recite the noun all. Let us lovingly wish that all beings everywhere be lavished with great love for all others. Let us lovingly wish that all bodies of all beings now be lavished with beautiful health. Let us lovingly wish that all circumstances of all beings be lavished with good fortune. You have taken your first step, group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the force be with you always.